Hey, rhythm guitar rockers. Today I want to talk to you about practicing your guitar. Now, there's lots of reasons why people can't get better playing the guitar. And it's not because they don't put the time into actually playing the guitar. It's that they spend all of their time playing the guitar and not practicing the guitar. So I'm going to tell you what I think the difference between playing guitar is and what practicing guitar is. Playing your guitar is when you do things that you already know how to do fairly well. Maybe you're trying to get better at it, but you're just doing the same thing that you've always done, hoping to get better. You just keep doing it over and over and over again. Practicing your guitar is much different than that. Practicing your guitar is isolating a specific problem, only focusing on that specific problem and having a goal that you want to achieve while you're practicing that specific thing. Now, what do I mean? Well, you have to get more specific than I just want to play better at guitar, or I just want to change my chords faster, or I just want to learn how to play new strumming patterns. It can't be that generalized. So let's just use an example. The example would be, let's say that you're having trouble changing chords in a chord progression. Well, the first thing that you definitely don't want to do is take the entire chord progression, let's say it's 4 chords, and keep playing those same 4 chords over and over and over again, when the trouble is the difference in changing between, let's just say, the 2 chords in the middle, chord number 2 to chord number 3. So you have 4 chords, chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4. And the problem is between 2 and 3. There is no need to keep playing those 4 chords over and over again when the problem is between chord number 2 and 3. So we want to narrow down where the problem is. Okay, so now we have, let's say in this example, between chords 2 and 3. So what you want to do is you want to practice going between chords 2 and 3. But we just don't want to generally practice going between those chords back and forth and back and forth. We want to find out what is the problem. You need to do a little bit of self-analysis as to what's the problem that's going on. Yes, I understand you can't get to that chord fast enough, but what is the reason why? Now, there could be many reasons why, but let's just say, for example, you're not getting your fingers there fast enough. You know where your fingers are supposed to go. They're just not getting there fast enough for you. Okay, so now you're practicing between those 2 chords. How many times are you strumming each chord and then changing? Well, if the chord progression calls for you to strum 4 beats, and then you're only going to be practicing between those 2 chords, and typically within the chord progression, you would be playing 4 beats, or let's just say 4 strums. Well, those extra 3 strums that come before the last strum of chord number 2, and then the last 3 that occur on chord number 3 are a waste of time. There's no need for you to strum each chord 4 times if the problem is the change. So a better way to practice that would to strum once on chord 2, make your change, and then strum once on chord 3. We're eliminating all of the excess stuff that we already know how to do. Now, to take it even one step further, don't strum. Just finger your chords on the guitar neck and go back and forth and back and forth. No strumming. The problem with strumming in general when you're practicing changing chords is that you're going to strum your chord and then you are going to listen to your chord for a moment. Let's just say that moment exists for 1.5 seconds. And then you're going to change your chord and you're going to strum. And then you're going to listen. Then you're going to go back to the previous chord and strum, and then you're going to listen. So that means every time you play those two chords, you have 3 seconds worth of listening. And God forbid, if you actually don't have it ring out clearly, you're going to be compelled to strum again, and now we're just adding more time on. So the best way to practice it at first is just practice moving your fingers faster. Don't worry about how it sounds for right now. Your one objective is to make your fingers go where they need to go faster. The other stuff you worry about later. So now, as you can see, I took something where you don't play a chord progression well, and we eliminated the things that you can do well, and we focused it right down to a pinpoint of what exactly is the problem. That is a highly focused, goal-orientated objective for getting better at changing those chords. That is not playing your guitar. That is practicing your guitar. Now, the same principle that I just said regarding this whole entire example can be applied to everything on guitar. All kinds of different kinds of rhythm playing, your lead guitar playing, I don't care what it is, it can be applied to everything. So next time you pick up your guitar, before you even pick it up, decide what you are going to do before you even play. What is it that you want to get better at? Hone in, focus on something very, very specific about what it is you don't like about your playing. Work on that. And then when you're done working on that, have all the fun you want and play all day. But the difference between practicing and playing is a big difference. So if you really truly want to get better at playing guitar, make your sessions more focused on the practice part of it. But make sure that you always end up playing at the end so you have fun and you always walk away feeling good about the guitar, because you're going to be more likely to want to pick it up tomorrow. Always have fun with your guitar, and I'll see you in the next session. If you like that video, you're going to love this brand new e-guide that's totally free. The link is in this video's description, or you can go to rhythmguitarlessons.net/P, lowercase r, lowercase o.